Zuri was a girl bursting with energy and curiosity. Her laugh was like sunshine, bright and warm. She loved to explore the world around her. One day, while playing in her room, Zuri stumbled upon something extraordinary. It was a simple, leather-bound book tucked away on a dusty shelf. As she curiously reached out to touch it, a jolt of energy surged through her. Zuri gasped, her eyes wide with surprise. The book felt warm beneath her fingertips, pulsing with an unseen energy. As she traced the worn cover, a soft glow emanated from her hand. The light danced around her, casting whimsical shadows on the walls. Suddenly, the toys in her room began to move. Her teddy bear winked, its button eyes twinkling mischievously. A wave of giddiness washed over Zuri. Could this be real? Was she dreaming? She giggled, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and disbelief. The world around her felt different, charged with a magical energy she'd only ever read about in fairy tales. Little did Zuri know, this was just the beginning of an incredible adventure, one that would unlock a world of possibilities she never thought possible. Zuri cautiously opened the mysterious book, her fingers trembling with anticipation. The pages were filled with strange symbols and words she didn't understand. They seemed to shimmer and shift before her eyes, as if alive with a magic of their own. As she peered closer, a faint whisper tickled her ear. It seemed to be coming from the book itself, beckoning her to unravel its secrets. Intrigued and a little bit scared, Zuri continued to explore the book's enigmatic contents. She traced the symbols with her finger, her brow furrowed in concentration. Each touch sent a tingle up her arm, as if the book was responding to her curiosity. A surge of determination welled up inside her. She was determined to decipher the book's cryptic language. As she delved deeper into the book, Zuri began to notice patterns within the chaos. The symbols seemed to repeat in different sequences, like a secret code waiting to be cracked. It reminded her of the puzzle she loved to solve, challenging her mind and rewarding her with a sense of accomplishment. Could this be the key to understanding her newfound abilities? With each passing moment, Zuri's fascination with the book grew. It was more than just a collection of pages. It was a gateway to a world beyond her wildest imagination. And she, Zuri, held the key to unlocking its magic. The book pulsed warmly in Zuri's hands. It seemed to guide her, pulling her gently towards the window. Looking out, she saw a path she'd never noticed before. It shimmered with an otherworldly light, leading into the heart of Whispering Woods. Zuri hesitated for just a moment. The woods were said to be full of mystery, a place where the impossible became possible. But curiosity, bright and insistent, tugged at her. Taking a deep breath, Zuri climbed out of the window and onto the path. The air hummed with unseen energy. Sunlight filtered through the leaves, painting the forest floor in dappled light. As she walked, Zuri noticed strange, wonderful things. Butterflies shimmered with every color imaginable. Flowers bloomed in impossible shades of blue and green. The deeper she went, the more magical the woods became. It was like stepping into one of her storybooks, each page brought to life around her. A giggle escaped her lips as a mischievous squirrel, its tail tipped with silver, scampered across her path. Zuri couldn't remember the last time she'd felt so alive, so full of wonder. It was as if the forest itself was welcoming her, inviting her to unlock its secrets. The path led deeper and deeper into the woods, winding like a ribbon through ancient trees. And with every step, Zuri could feel the presence of something extraordinary drawing closer. Ahead, nestled amongst the trees, a clearing shimmered in the sunlight. In the center stood a small wooden cabin, smoke curling playfully from its chimney. As Zuri approached, she noticed a figure sitting peacefully in a rocking chair on the porch. He was an old man, his face etched with wisdom and kind eyes twinkling with a mischievous light. His long white beard flowed down to his waist, and he wore a simple robe adorned with symbols that reminded Zuri of the ones in her book. "Well, hello there, little one," the old man greeted her, his voice warm and reassuring. "I've been expecting you." Zuri's eyes widened in surprise. How could he have known she was coming? As if reading her thoughts, the man chuckled softly. The forest has a way of whispering secrets to those who know how to listen, he explained, his eyes twinkling. My name is Zuri, she said, clutching the book tightly to her chest. And I think it led me here. The old man smiled knowingly. Indeed it did, Zuri, he replied, gesturing for her to sit beside him on the porch swing. For you see, little one, that book holds the key to a power unlike any other, the power of code. Section 3. First Lines of Code. Zuri looked down at the book in her lap, her brow furrowed in thought. Code? She echoed. But what is code? The old man chuckled, his eyes twinkling with amusement. Code, he began, his voice calming and melodic, is like a set of instructions that tell computers what to do. But it's more than that, Zuri. Code is a language of creation, a way to bring your ideas to life. He pointed to the book. The symbols and words in your book, they are the building blocks of this language. With them, you can do amazing things. He leaned closer, his gaze intent. You possess a rare and wonderful gift, Zuri, the ability to wield magic through code. With each line you write, you can shape the world around you, make the impossible possible. Zuri's mind reeled. She could control magic with code? The thought was both exhilarating and a little bit frightening. Could she really learn to do such a thing? Sensing her hesitation, the old man placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. Don't worry, little one, he said kindly. I'm here to guide you. I am the code master, and I will teach you everything you need to know. And so, in that peaceful forest clearing, Zuri's journey into the world of coding began. Section 1. The City of Glowing Gears. After weeks of practicing her coding spells in the Whispering Woods, the Codemaster led Zuri to the edge of the forest. Your training is almost complete, he said, his voice full of pride. But there is one more place you must visit, the City of Glowing Gears. He pointed towards a sight that made Zuri gasp. Towers of shining metal and glass rose from the horizon, connected by bridges of sparkling light. Strange and wonderful vehicles zoomed between them, leaving trails of color in their wake. Zuri had never seen anything like it. The city pulsed with a vibrant energy, a symphony of whirring gears and flashing lights. It was both exciting and a little overwhelming. The city is powered by code, the Codemaster explained, his eyes twinkling. But lately, the code has become jumbled, causing all sorts of chaos. He placed a hand on Zuri's shoulder. The people there need your help, Zuri. They need a coder with a touch of magic. Section 2. Loops of Light. The City of Glowing Gears was even more dazzling up close. Automated streetlights lit their way, casting intricate patterns on the gleaming sidewalks. People zipped past on hoverboards, their faces illuminated by holographic displays. Zuri felt a thrill course through her. This place was unlike anything she'd ever seen. Their first stop was a grand plaza, where a magnificent fountain stood silent and dry. Around it, people looked concerned. The city's water cycle is out of sync, the Codemaster explained. The fountain's code is stuck, repeating the same command over and over. Zuri examined the fountain's control panel. Sure enough, the code was trapped in a loop, a single instruction endlessly repeating. She remembered her lessons in the Whispering Woods. A loop? She exclaimed. We need to give it a new instruction to break free. Taking a deep breath, Zuri closed her eyes and focused her magic. She visualized the water flowing again, a continuous cycle of refreshing energy. With a touch of her finger, she added a new line of code, breaking the loop and setting the water free. The fountain sputtered, then erupted in a joyous cascade of sparkling water. People cheered, their faces lit by the fountain's newly restored loops of light. Section 3. When Code Decides. News of Zuri's magic spread through the City of Glowing Gears like wildfire. Everywhere she went, people greeted her with smiles and requests for help. She helped fix malfunctioning traffic lights, causing whimsical patterns of flying vehicles. She even reprogrammed a mischievous robot chef, turning his culinary chaos into delicious delights. But one problem, whispered among the townsfolk, made Zuri's heart sink. The city's weather control system, a marvel of engineering, was on the fritz. The Codemaster led her to the Weather Control Center, a towering spire at the city's heart. Inside, frantic technicians hunched over blinking consoles. "The conditional statements are out of whack," one explained, pointing to a screen filled with jumbled code. "The system can't decide whether to make sunshine or snow." Zuri recognized the problem instantly. Conditional statements were like questions in code, deciding which action to take based on the answer. But these questions were confused, leading to weather chaos. Looking out the window at the swirling vortex of weather outside, Zuri knew she had to act fast. She closed her eyes, picturing the clear blue skies of home and the gentle warmth of the sun. Translating her vision into code, she rewrote the conditional statements, bringing clarity and order back to the system. Slowly, the weather outside began to shift, the chaotic clouds parting to reveal a sky of the most brilliant blue. The people of the city of glowing gears cheered, their voices echoing Zuri's triumph over the misbehaving code. Section 1. The Mountains Call. A hush fell over the city of glowing gears. The once chaotic weather had settled into a peaceful calm thanks to Zuri's quick thinking and coding skills. Yet, amidst the celebrations, Zuri felt a strange pull, a whisper on the wind that seemed to call her name. It was a feeling deep inside, urging her towards the towering peaks that loomed on the horizon, the mystical mountains. "What is it, Zuri?" the Codemaster asked, his brow furrowed with concern. He had noticed the shift in her demeanor, the faraway look in her eyes. Zuri hesitated, unsure how to explain the inexplicable. "I feel it, Master," she finally whispered, her gaze drawn to the distant mountains. "Something is calling me. Something important." The Codemaster nodded slowly, his eyes filled with understanding. "The mountains hold many secrets," he said, his voice low and mysterious. "They are a place of ancient magic, where code and nature intertwine. It seems your journey is far from over, young one." A mix of excitement and trepidation bubbled inside Zuri. The city, with its dazzling lights and futuristic wonders, had been a thrilling adventure. But the mountains, shrouded in mist and whispered legends, held a different kind of allure, a call to unlock secrets far older than the city's gleaming towers. The journey to the mystical mountains was unlike anything Zuri could have imagined. The path was fraught with challenges, each one testing her coding skills in ways she had never anticipated. Rocky chasms, too wide to jump, required building bridges with lines of code, carefully crafting the instructions for sturdy structures that could withstand the mountain winds. Hidden pathways, invisible to the naked eye, revealed themselves only through the logic of conditional statements, each line of code illuminating the correct route through the winding caverns. "Remember your training, Zuri," the Codemaster's voice echoed in her ears as she faced each new obstacle. "Trust your instincts and let the code guide you." And guide her it did. With each challenge overcome, Zuri felt her confidence grow, her understanding of code deepening. It was no longer just a set of instructions, it was a language of problem solving, a way to unravel the mysteries of the world around her. The mountains themselves seemed to respond to her efforts, the wind whispering encouragement as she navigated their treacherous paths. Strange and wonderful creatures, their forms shifting like mist and light, observed her progress with curious eyes. They were the guardians of the mountains, the Codemaster explained, protectors of the ancient magic that flowed through the peaks. And as Zuri journeyed deeper into their domain, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was on the verge of discovering something truly extraordinary. After days of tireless trekking, Zuri and the Codemaster finally reached their destination, a hidden cave nestled high in the mountains. A soft, ethereal glow emanated from within, illuminating the entrance with an otherworldly light. "This is it, Zuri," the Codemaster said, his voice filled with reverence. "The heart of the code. It is here that the very essence of coding magic resides." He turned to her, his eyes twinkling with a mixture of pride and expectation. "The challenges you have faced have prepared you for this moment. Now go forth, Zuri. Unlock the secrets that await within." With a deep breath, Zuri stepped into the cave, her heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The air inside hummed with an unseen energy, the walls pulsing with a soft, rhythmic glow. As she ventured deeper, the path opened into a vast cavern, its ceiling glittering with what looked like a million tiny stars. And there, in the center of the cavern, floated a magnificent crystal, its facets shimmering with every color imaginable. It pulsed with a life of its own, radiating a warmth that seemed to embrace Zuri's very being. As she reached out to touch it, a surge of energy coursed through her, filling her with a sense of awe and wonder. This was it, the heart of the code, the source of all coding magic. As Zuri's fingers brushed against the heart of the code, a surge of pure energy flowed through her, connecting her to the very essence of coding magic. Visions swirled before her eyes, images of countless lines of code weaving together to form the fabric of reality. She saw how every element of the world, from the smallest flower to the grandest city, was interconnected by the language of code. The Codemaster's voice echoed in her mind, gentle yet firm, guiding her through the final stages of her journey. "You have learned the power of loops, Zuri, the elegance of conditionals, and the versatility of functions," he whispered. "Now, embrace the true potential of code, the power to create, to inspire, to change the world." Zuri closed her eyes, her heart pounding with a newfound understanding. She realized that code was more than just a tool, more than just a set of instructions. It was a language of limitless possibilities, a way to translate imagination into reality. And she, Zuri, held the key to unlocking its magic for herself and for others. With a heart full of wonder and a mind buzzing with ideas, Zuri emerged from the cave, forever changed by her encounter with the heart of the code. The mystical mountains, once a daunting challenge, now felt like a second home, a place where she could always return to draw strength and inspiration from the source of coding magic. Word of Zuri's extraordinary journey spread far and wide, carried on the wind to every corner of the land. Children, their eyes bright with excitement, flocked to her, eager to learn the secrets of coding magic. Zuri embraced her role as a teacher, sharing her knowledge with patience and enthusiasm. She taught them the basics of coding, but more importantly, she ignited within them the spark of creativity, the belief that they too could use code to shape their world. And so, Zuri, the little girl who had once stumbled upon a mysterious book, became Zuri, the code weaver, her name whispered with admiration and respect. She traveled from village to village, from city to forest, leaving a trail of empowered young coders in her wake. For Zuri understood that the true magic of coding lay not just in the lines of code themselves, but in the hearts and minds of those who dared to dream and create with them.